the vision.
Do you want to see what this team has done over from last year? You have grown 50% just over from last year. That is incredible. Do you know how many new senior presidential directors we had in the last year? 30 new senior presidential directors. This team alone has now 86 senior presidential directors across the world. And in that trip alone, we had 291 positions that qualified for that trip. Almost 600 people from this team on that trip.
Acquiring and achieving ranks and bigger checks, you know what that tells you? That you're following the system and your process is working. That's what it's telling you. You follow the system here, you're gonna succeed. New ranks and big checks, man, they're just gonna come. And you're gonna achieve everything you wanna achieve. So you're getting your first exposure to network marketing. But the key is you have to make a choice.
Think about it. Are you really committed to stay the course when the going gets tough? Right? I mean, when you get some no's. Here's the thing. I mean, there are so many dream stealers out there, guys. They're trying to steal your dream. People that say no, remember, they're not saying no, they're saying not yet. I want to wait and see how you do with this thing. That's all they're saying, right? So don't let someone steal your dream. Get Rocky focused.
When you end up somewhere you know you don't belong, you won't stay there, you'll bounce back. I've known about Lifeway for 2 years. I watched people win and win and win and win and win. And I had every excuse to not do this, but it took a wake-up moment. See, some of you have wake-up moments that you haven't embraced yet. They're there, but you just haven't, like Kyle said, the disgust. You gotta find it. But you see, everyone sees, oh, Joe and Sheena, I earned the incentive trip in 2 weeks. So I didn't even know what was going on. 20 on the left, 20 on the right, pick up the phone. What did I know? I saw Charlie's eyes burning in me every single time. I didn't care what anyone else said or did. It was all about where I was going. I didn't waste time, but listen, it's your purpose. It's your bounce back. Some of you are set up to bounce back higher than ever.
We're really, really looking forward to helping every one of you get into the $1 Million Club. This is a Team $1 Million Club, and it's gonna happen. In fact, there are people right on the tails of making it happen, okay? All kinds of people, and it's gonna get crazier and crazier if you just follow what the guys are teaching throughout the weekend. Just plug it in, make sure you're taking notes and saying to yourself, you know what, if we can do it, you can do it. But I will say this much, that we want every single one of you to be with us as we travel the world. We're gonna be helping people, blessing people, making it happen.
Who wants to be $1 million making machine?
You have to make a decision that you're gonna go win, that you're gonna fight. Life will give you what you fight for. You gotta make a decision that you want something different.
I'm telling you, if I can do it, every single one of you can. And you just have to make up your mind. Like, we've got a lot more grit in us than we think we do. We're a lot tougher than we think we are. And so just make up your mind and go do it.
You have to have desire for more. If you don't, you are in the wrong business. Self-belief and self-value. Duplicating the system, be social, talk to people, and follow up. Don't make it cookie cutter. You guys should be having deeper conversations so your follow-up is easy, it's not forced. Build now. Build now, build big, build balanced, and you will go into that go live date with a bigger, better, stronger, badder business than ever before and reap those rewards.
We want to honor someone today that was dear to us, He was an elite senior presidential director, and he left an amazing legacy behind to his amazing wife, Lynn Robinson, and TJ Robinson, and also Mike, which is not here.
Ken was one of my best buddies.
Learn, observe, make it our own, but follow the decision, because the next level isn't a destination. It is a decision. It is a choice that you will make, and the choice is yours, not just to build a business, but to build a legacy.
Sometimes it's not convenient, but be bold enough to get the rejection or get the acceptance. Get used to the no's, because they lead you to the yeses, and that's a very good thing.
When we decided we would jump in, we became a student of the model. Learning to unlearn was the roughest part to switch your brain.
I want to know if you're ready to change your story.
Who's ready to change your story?
Who's ready to change your story? Who's ready for the light? I want you to get up!
Be the light, share the light, get moving. You're up.
Industry, the company needs to have the best interests of the brand partners, and the brand partners likewise need to protect the company.
And if you're desperate, if it took everything you had to get here, to be in your seat, we understand the sacrifice that it took and the leap of faith you took. Desperation, like the lyric says, is a great place to start. You too are exactly where you need to be. So here's my question for you. Is this Saturday, August 9th, 2025, one day for you? Or is it your day one?
We hide behind X39, and this is a moment, if you will step out and be bold and say, I just found an opportunity that is life-changing. The next 4 weeks, and technically the next 11 weeks, can literally set your business on fire. So here's the idea behind this.
This is a tool for you to give people and invite them and share with them and talk about. It is a way, another tool to incorporate in the business of, so that while you're building your business and you're talking about the things that are at hand.
You have the tools, you have the words, you have the understanding, you are perfectly set up. Now it's about having the courage, the 3 seconds of courage to pick up the phone and call that list.
Because leaders implement what they've learned. It's time for us to take ownership of our business. People quit. You quit after 3 no's because you had a small investment, no risk, and then people run around and say, most people fail in network marketing. That's not true. People just never got started.
Yeah.
They never took ownership.
It's true.
Because they didn't invest anything, but a couple of $100. They took no risk at all, and there was no ownership.
Those goals, success leaves clues. And let me tell you what I get from all of the leaders in every company that I've met. There are 2 very common traits. Their mindsets and their attitude. That's what you gotta pick up. It's not what they do, it's how they do it. And it's based on their attitude and their mindset. That's what's gonna make you or break you. That's what we want you to go home with.
It only takes one person in your family to change the trajectory of your entire family. Now let me encourage you, that's true with God. But can I tell you, as you're doing the thing you're called to do here, you might have come from a family that's never been out of debt. Your whole family's never been out of debt.
Wow, we are super excited to be here today. I am super excited that this is the next level training. If your guys aren't on here, make sure they get on here. This is being recorded. It is live on YouTube as we speak, but I'm super excited to be partnering with my wife being in South Africa. Honey, you look gorgeous, by the way. It's amazing to have her there partnered with us and be able to, obviously divide and conquer, so to say. Our business is booming. We had more people making commitments than ever before, hitting new ranks, hitting new levels with these new ranks. We're going to talk about that today. So honey, you want to say hi real quick and we'll get started?
Yeah, thank you everyone from South Africa. So good to be here, but excited to have all of you on from around the world. And you know what, if you know people that should be on and you don't see them on, please send them the link and tell them they need to jump on because we have so many exciting things to share. And if you haven't heard yet, everyone is winning. Everyone is ranking up. And if you don't know about it, then it means maybe you need to be here and learn how to get there because it's really, really, really exciting. I've seen some people even qualifying already for the incentive trips. My goodness, someone in 10 days qualified for Hawaii. In 10 days, he qualified as a one-star executive. Now, how did he do that? Massive action. So we're going to be talking about that this afternoon, this evening, but we're also going to be talking about how nothing really has changed. We're doing the same thing, and we just keep following the lead and we're getting success.
Yeah, and the part that we love about it, we're explaining a little bit more today, is that they've taken the program that we currently have, which is the most exceptional program out there, and enhanced it and actually made it even better. So those of you that understand where we're going and what's happening right now, the company's positioned to become tens of billions of dollars. We're super excited about that. But the most important part is people that are brand new can win even bigger than ever before. We're going to talk, a little bit more about that. So again, let's get started because I want to share a couple things with you. I love that video from Next Level. And so there's a lot of new incentive videos that are coming out, other stuff. We're getting bits and pieces of some of the incentive things because the company's got so many moving parts right now and a lot of great things they're doing, which is really, really, really exceptional. So the part that we love is that, again, This Is It team is the fastest growing team in the whole company, which LifeWave is the fastest growing company in all the space. And they're accelerating. I mean, we are a part of acceleration. So if you haven't understood, we are part of This Is a Team with Stephen G. Merritt. Ken and Diana are on another trip right now, along with Joyce as part of our team. And again, we love being a part of this amazing team. And like I said, we're on a journey to go to the top of the mountain. And we're excited because, again, they've actually created even more levels in the business. And so we have a lot of incentive bonuses we're going to earn over the next 6-12 months, which is pretty exciting, and you should be doing that too. So this is Next Level Coaching, and we're going to talk again about the power of two and how to utilize this to win these incentive trips, because this is the key to all of it. It's very, very simple, and I want to make sure people understand this because we've been hearing this over and over and over and over. You need to hear it over and over and over to make sure you understand that you're applying it with your new people. I was just talking, Robert Arsenal, who's on here, has got a new guy who got started today, and we started just talking about the 21-day fast start, the power of two, how to get people started and get them ramped up very, very quickly. So obviously, they dream big and thrive in 2025. I want you to dream bigger than ever before because it is exciting. All the new things are going on. And this is the year of acceleration. November and December are going to be the best months we've ever had. Already it's happening. We had a phenomenal week last week. We're going to have the most phenomenal week this week, and this week going to accelerate. Some of those who are in the United States, they think about Thanksgiving, they think about Christmas. Some of you, if you think about the holidays, where you live and stuff like that. I'm thinking of that. We're going to be meeting a lot of people during these holidays and growing our business faster than ever before. So we're going to talk about, obviously, the power of two, how to win these incentive trips. We're going to talk again about the announcements, basically the convergence of the compensation plan, the new incentive trips, the new app. Men and I just did a new video, basically with the new presentation, with the new numbers and stuff like that. We want to talk about wins for the week, so get ready to share because we want to hear a lot of you are winning big time, which is very exciting. And then we're going to talk about the 21-day fast start challenge with the power of two and utilizing three-way calls to supercharge your business. So the very first thing is I want you to take a scan of this. We did a brand new video. The other one is fine; it's not a problem, but it's got the old compensation plan. It's got the old slides. So you want to delete that one and utilize this one. In fact, I'm going to double check it because I just did this like a half an hour ago or an hour ago just before the other call, just making sure it goes directly to the new video. And it does. Awesome. So that's the one you can use. Feel free to utilize it. Steve and Gene are coming out with one. Ken and Diane are coming out with one. Other people on teams are coming out with different ones. Typically, if you're at a high rank in the business, you can do your own video. They don't recommend doing it otherwise. Utilize and leverage the team that you have. But once again, this is something that we put together just last week before Manna flew out to South Africa. We want to make sure we had that recorded. So we're going to talk a little bit about the convergence. I'm going to skim over this very, very quickly. But we got a lot of moving parts, a lot of cool things going on. The compensation plan, you may not understand it completely. You don't need to. You need to understand step 1 and 2 is all you need to understand. And the one thing is they got the relaunch bonus that's here right now. So you basically anybody in the business that's not ranked as a 1 or 2 star manager can now take advantage of the 1 and 2 star manager ranking, meaning as far as the $25 bonus or the $50 bonus as a manager too. And what happens, this started last week, so now there's still 8 weeks left that you can earn those bonuses. So anybody in your team, you want to go back to them and talk to them specifically about the new relaunch that they basically have, and tell them how they can actually earn an extra $200 a month on just that alone. I mean, literally, when you understand it, you're basically within a month, you can help them make $1,000 to $2,000 in extra bonuses just by doing what it takes to do this. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. Obviously, you want to have the LifeWave app now, the new one. This is something that Stephen G. Namerad, I don't have the QR code. I'm trying to get the QR code for the one for Stephen G. Namerad, but I know it's on the This Is It Team website that you can actually subscribe to the LifeWave Now app, but also then subscribe and actually get the upgrade. And there's no cost difference. It's free of charge for the upgrade to make sure that This Is It Team information is on there as well. But this allows you to push out social media, other stuff, but they're gonna be using this as a communication tool going forward, a lot of other things. So you wanna get the app. It's 30 days free and then like $9 a month, after that. And then we just got more information on the incentive trip. So I got information for Budapest today. You should have got an email. Actually, I think it was this morning. And regarding that, there's actually in the email, there's a link that shows all the different stuff we're going to go over today. And obviously, for us in the United States or in North America, we're going to be going to Honolulu, Hawaii. We're going to be talking more about that. So, Mandy, you want to talk a little bit about the power of 200? I'm just throwing this at you, but I want you to share a little bit because we're doing this right now, and we've been doing this and getting people registered. So you want to talk a little bit about this?
Yeah, so the power of 2 is actually your 21-day fast start. Okay, fast start. Let me talk South Africa now. It's all about really just sharing. Nothing has changed. We're sharing this technology with people because we're excited and we don't want anybody to miss out. So we're going to get started. Like when we start someone, we're talking to them about getting started right away because we want to then help them. They get started. We talk about getting started at the advanced pack because that is where people that are business builders actually start. They make the decision when they get started that they're wanting to share with people. So the first thing we do is we're going to help them share with 2 people, and it's going to be within their first 48 hours. So we get 2 people started for them, one on the left, one on the right. And you know this, we build a left team and a right team, and we're asking or sharing with those people. We're letting them know about the packages. We tell them we started at the top package, which was the premium, and we go through the packages. But advanced is where if they can't start any higher package, that's where they need to start. And when you have 2 personally sponsored, one on the left, one on the right, you are now known as a 1-star manager. And this is where you make those upfront bonuses that they are offering now. And we still have 8 weeks for people who are 1-star managers to make $25 a week. It's additional to what they are paying anyway in the compensation plan. So that you do in 48 hours. And within the first week, we then help the newest person to put another one on the left team and another one on the right team, and you are now a 2-star manager. What happens to that upfront bonus they're paying out? They actually double it. So you're getting $50 a week for the next 8 weeks, because it was a 9-week upfront bonus payouts. Now it is 8 weeks because we've already had the 1 week. Okay. And then what we do then is we find 2 of those 4 people that were placed, and we help them to place a person on the left, a person on the right. We keep repeating this. We do the same thing. We then put a 3rd person in, and it looks very similar to what we've shown in the past. It's just getting people to do this in 21 days. Make a commitment, make a decision. You're going to press in, you're going to go all out, you're going to go through the numbers, you're going to take those 3 seconds of courage, like we heard Diane talking about. 3 seconds of courage to make those calls, to make those difficult calls that you're afraid of. Your heart is beating, but you still pick the phone up and you make the calls. Why? Because people who make those calls scared are the people who are winning. Don't be afraid. Speak to your chicken list. Speak to them, because those people are the ones who are actually looking. Those people are the ones who are going to say, yes, I've been waiting for an opportunity like this, just like we did with one of our young ladies last week, Joan. I mean, this lady was just literally waiting for something like this to fall in her lap. And she got started on the premium package. She said, you know what? If all the winners in this business started on premium, why wouldn't I start on premium? That was what came out of her mind. She said, I heard that serious business builders start on premium. And she said, I'm starting on premium because she's a serious business builder. She's already made her list. She's already got her why. And she's out of the gate getting people, calling them already and starting them. So you want to be able to do the same thing. And so all it is, it's duplicating. We show the same thing, the duplication, 48 hours first week, your second week, 20, the power of 2, and you can max. When you do this properly, you're making $3,000 plus in 21 days. Now, who could actually do with that? Like, what could you do with that extra $3,000 in the next 21 days? I know what I could do. Do you have an idea? Do you want to make an extra 3,000 in the next 21 days? Because it is available, and so if you haven't done the 21-day fast start, the power of 2, I recommend making a decision to start, because this is next level leaders, right? So whatever the leaders are recommending, Stephen Gina Merritt and all of this is a team leaders, whatever the recommendation is, they're recommending it because they know that there is an outcome that's going to take people to the next level. And you're going to see your business, your payouts on a weekly basis are going to start, they're going to start doubling, tripling, quadrupling. People are getting excited. We're getting messages from people saying, my gosh, I haven't made this money ever since I got started. My paycheck is bigger than it was previously. And why? Because they're following a system and they've done things right. So you can see the legs are very even here. We're not putting 10 on one side and 2 on the other side, very even. 1 on the left, 1 on the right, 1 on the left, 1 on the right. Because when you build 2 strong legs, you're bound to have a strong, successful business with big payouts.
Yep. And the interesting part about that, what Steve and Gina talked about, they said that really you want to put 20 right, 20 left personally in 90 days. So this isn't right in line exactly what we're talking about within 90 days to put the people here, put the people left and right. Again, you can do more than this. You can do less than this, but I always tell people this is the game plan that you want to do to get moved forward. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. And of course, all in, if you're not registered, get registered like now. I mean, the only reason I tell people that because one of the worst things that we could do as leaders is procrastinate, because again, it's not that expensive. It's inexpensive to do it. There's actually incentives to do it sooner than later, so to say. Basically, if you discounts for buying it sooner, but also it's almost completely sold out for in person. For those of you that are obviously not be able to make them in person, you're going to want to put together watch parties. You're going to want to put together different things, even if it's from a standpoint of a communication tool with your team during all in, so that hey guys, did you catch that? You got to catch this, whatever. And with the replays and everything else that's going to be happening with it, we're going to be there in person. I'm so glad that Brandon and his girlfriend are going to be joining us in person. There's a lot of other people joining us from all over the world, which is going to be fun. The other thing is that Unstoppable is now available. So we've already booked ours. We do that immediately and even when we first got started, as soon as they had the very first function available, we booked it. It was immediate. We just said, okay, well, we're going to be the first ones to do it, and we're going to be, promoting it, to people. So scan the QR code or go to thisisitconvention.com to get your tickets to that. Make a decision. If you say, you know what, I really want to build this big, you can buy in person. They've got even a payment plan. Don't say I'm going to do virtual in August, because again, look at that from right now. That's 11 months from now, right? Or 10 months from now, whatever it is. So think about 10 months from now is when basically it's going to be, going on. So you think about yourself, where do you want to be then? How many people do you want there, even from your team internationally, that's going to be there? You want to have as many people there as possible. We're talking 10,000 plus people are going to be there. It will literally change the future of your business, because people that invest in this are serious about it, and they go, no, I'm going to build a big business. And those are the people that are going to start working with. And of course, the whole goal in this is being 1 million strong. Steve and Gina have done in the past. They're doing it again. And so the one thing we tell people is don't worry about whatever, some people say, well, what about these, ranks and stuff like that? We're going to talk about that in a minute, but all these different things, don't worry about it. Just know that once again, everything is moving forward at a very fast pace, and we can answer the questions as we go forward. Some of the questions we can't even answer right now because we're like, I don't know, it literally as of today just showed up, or yesterday just showed up in our back office. So we don't even know how it is. But I do want to talk a little bit about this because for North America, this
Sorry,
Honolulu trip.
Wait, can I just, did you put a slide for South Africa's event on the 6th and 7th of December?
No, I did not. Hold on a second. Let me back out of this real quick. Let me stop that. I had it.
Okay, so can I talk about that quickly?
Yes, in fact, I'm going to pull it up right now. Go ahead.
Okay. So the 6th and 7th of December in South Africa, we are doing a live event in Sandton, Johannesburg, and you do not want to miss out. If you are here and people in South Africa that you're talking to, you want to get them to that event. And if you are living in South Africa, I am hoping that you have already registered for that event because they are going to run out of space. Okay. They have hired out a room that fits X amount of people, and it is booking up very, very quickly. You don't want to come there alone as well. If you are already building this, which I assume all of you on here that are from South Africa are already building this as a brand partner, you are going to get training, lunch on both the Saturday and Sunday, and coffee breaks are included in the cost, which is so affordable. I mean, I have never attended a business conference at that price. It is extremely affordable. All the top leaders will be training, as well as corporate. Corporate is coming out. And the reason why they are coming out to South Africa is because South Africa is placed 3rd in volume throughout Europe. 3rd place, highest in volume throughout Europe. Okay, so they are recognizing that South Africa is very strong in this business, and they want to come out and really push to get more growth here. And they're super excited. They're actually going to be doing a road show next year as well to all the different provinces. So their eye is on South Africa. And I'm saying, if you have not yet registered and you live in South Africa, make sure you register tonight, and make sure you invite your prospects that you're talking to that are not yet part of the business to the free event on the Saturday morning. It's 9:30 to 12:30. You want to get them in the seats because they are going to hear what we're all about, what you're trying to tell them. They're going to see the bigger picture. So I'm stressing that is like of utmost importance. Coming up in the next few weeks, Greg and I will both be there, and we'll be training on both days. So do not miss it. You want to come out. We want to meet with you. We want to have a special meeting on the Saturday evening as well with all our team people. And there is a dinner for top 10 enroller. So if you are placing people in from 1st November to 30th of November, they are going to look at the top 10 enrollers for the month of November, and you are invited out to dinner with us on the Friday evening. So I hope we have some winners in this group because we're going to be at the dinner and we'd like to have dinner with you. So make sure you've got all the information. If you are missing anything, reach out to us and we can give you all that information as well.
Yep. So here's the QR code again for that. So you want to scan that. And again, we can give you more specific details on that, but we're going to both be there. We're super excited. They've asked us to speak at that event. They're going to have all the other, we call them, SPDs, but basically the top leaders in the country. And these are all part of This Is a Team. I don't know of anybody outside of This Is a Team that's going to be sharing. So they're going to have corporate. When they've done this in other areas, they give swag out. They give different people for different levels. So if you're a 1-star manager, 2-star manager, they're going to recognize you at these different levels. If you're a 1-star director, different stuff, whatever it is, they give actually like swag bags and all kinds of different stuff. And I can't guarantee they're going to do that, but that's what they've done in other places. But it's going to be a whole lot of fun. And of course, when Steve Merritt says, he goes, they're going to get you free dinner. He goes, have them pull a checkbook, have them pay, make them pay. So we want to have our team basically imagine have all of us having a free dinner from them. So we want to be the top 10 enrollers. Obviously, you want to be part of that. So all it is signing up people on the core, the advanced plus, or premium. Basically, whoever has the most people that sign up, you basically are going to be a part of the, part of that dinner. So the top 10 are going to be selected from that. It's only for the month of November. So as the month goes on, you're going to want to sign up and track how many people you've signed up, because they're going to track it. And obviously we'd love for you to be a part of that as well. So thank you for reminding me of that, because I forgot to insert these 4 slides in there. So I will do that a little bit later. So we mentioned that every single week. So let me stop sharing and go back to the other one.
And just the other thing, with I'm sure you're seeing that in your business as well. When you go, your business actually grows from event to event.
Yes.
If you are attending events, your business is growing. You attend the next event, you'll go there with a bigger business and you'll come out with a bigger business. So recommendation is, when the events get announced, get your tickets. So we have all our tickets. When we found out about the South African Forum, we registered. When we found out about All In, we registered. We found out about Unstoppable, we registered. We have not missed one event. So please, I'm letting you know this because we see it. We see it, not because they just want the numbers. They know.
Yeah.
They know that you will see growth. So get to the events and promote it to your team.
Yep. And anybody even outside of the Lifeway business, even people like Eric Worre, these people talk about, they said, if you want to grow, you need to follow the system. You need to go to the events, because the events are the things that change your mindset, and you get as many eyeballs on that as possible, people in person and virtual. That's what grows your business. And what happens is keeping this in front of people, learning how to promote the incentive trips of the thing, because once again, you may say, I'm going, go great. How many people are you bringing with you? And you need to set a goal. You need to set a goal, how many people that you want, with you, because again, I'm going to talk about Honolulu, but I'm going to talk about Budapest. I mean, it's amazing. And I'm going to share some ways that we track these different things. So the very first thing is the video itself. I'm not going to go through all the videos, but these videos are available for people to share, right? You look at the views of these places that we're going. If you're in North America, just say I'm going. It is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm not going to go through that, but we're going to, once again, going to Hawaii. And supposedly, my understanding, we don't even have the hotel yet, because I believe it's this place here. I think they're trying to figure out how many people they can, get in all the rooms. I mean, because they have an unlimited amount. So they're going, yeah, this is going to be packed out, which is going to be pretty cool. The second one is Budapest. So obviously, when you're in Europe, you're in South Africa, you're in Australia, New Zealand, you're going to Budapest. And so this is huge. And I'm going to give you some updates on this, which is pretty cool. We just found this out today. Of course, the hotel we've known about, this is a 5-star restaurant, or 5-star hotel, literally 5-star, just an amazing place. In fact, I recommend going to the website. So this is what I did here. Let me show you real quick. So hopefully I've got it.
It looks beautiful.
It is absolutely amazing. Let me find it real quick.
So if any one of you get the trip to Budapest and you want to go to Hawaii, I'll swap with you. Okay.
Oh my goodness! Looks like we're going to Budapest. No, hold on a second. So this is the website here. So if you go to, once again, look up the actual hotel, they have amazing places in here. You can take a look at their oh my gosh, their world-class spa, the different things that they have. This is just sites of Budapest, of different places. You can take a look and discover the different places that are in there. You can look at, once again, the spa itself. But it just, I want to go to Budapest. The city looks amazing. And when the time frame that you're going, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So again, when you look at the spa and wellness, they got all the different, spa things in here. It is just, and it's stunning. The actual place itself is phenomenal. The rooms, everything else. And if you go to their actual YouTube channel, they've got their own YouTube channel. I'm going to play this for just a minute here. Let me enlarge this first so I can enlarge it. There we go. And I'm going to play this real quick. This is very, very cool. Is that awesome or what? I'm like, I want to go. I told Matt, I said, we got to get everybody to get there, so they build a big group in Hungary so we can just go there to help build a group in Hungary. So yes, I want to go is right. So, and so that's exciting. So these are things that, again, I always recommend going onto these different sites, taking a look at stuff, because it makes it start making it real. If you see a video like that, it makes your heart pound a little bit, right? It makes you think about, man, what's it gonna be like to bring my spouse there, And I joke around people about Hawaii. I said, hey, if you take your spouse to Hawaii, do you think they'll love you a little bit more? Probably just a little bit, right? But this is a unique destination. So the tracker that's on the back office, even though it says Hawaii at the top, the points are exactly the same. So you're gonna want to download the tracker. You want to go to thisisitteam.com, go to downloads, download the tracker, print that off. One thing that we just found out today, that they're actually going to start tracking this for us. 3 years later, finally got a tracker. It looks like it's going to be a track as of November 19th, and we're talking about that. And so Andy Hosier, I'm not going to start that, but there's a video on there that explains exactly how to, all the points, all the information on there. I'm not going to play that now. If you need that, let us know. It's posted up on Believers for Life, so you can actually watch that. I think it's like a 8-minute video or 10-minute video at the most that explains more about it. But again, just so you know, now this is an example. I'm going to go over this one first, and I'm going to go over Budapest. So the very first thing is you need a minimum of 75 points to actually be invited. Now, again, you can actually bring someone else with you, but you got to pay their way. But you got to pay your airfare if you only get 75 points. Well, how should I airfare being taken care of? 125 points for 2 and airfare for 1, and 150 points for this. So I just forget about this bottom stuff down here, right? I always say cover up the bottom. You want to go to get 150 points. And we're going to explain to you why that's significant, because again, right now, there's still 15 weeks left, I believe, if I'm correct on this. So there's a long time left. So 4 months left to still in this contest until February 22nd for this. And anybody can get 150 points if they're willing to just do stuff every day. That's it. Even 5 days a week, what's going to happen? So the qualification time on here, I'm going to highlight a couple quick things. Flights for here in the US, it's going to be $750 per person to fly there. Pretty much covers your flight, which is pretty awesome. $1,500 for 2 people. One thing I found out that also they're going to give you also in North America also $250 gift card. Now I don't know if that's per person. I think it's just $250 per brand partnership. But once again, the gift card they provide for additional meals, which is pretty cool. I just found that out, which is really neat. So these are the things. But for Budapest, same thing. Again, it's the same qualification period time. It's around the same time. Going to be in May. And May, I heard, Budapest is actually stunning. It's a perfect time to go there. I already showed you the Grand Hotel that you're going to be staying at, and it is a 5-star luxury hotel. I was looking at the different travel sites that have that. They rate it at 4.7, 4.8, 4.9, and people have thousands of reviews. That's not normal, which means it's a stunning place. Again, you want to go to 150. The flights are dependent upon where you are at. So if you're in Europe, they're going to reimburse you up to $500 per person. If you are anywhere in the UAE or I think it was for Israel, UAE, you're going to give you $800. In South Africa, they're going to give you $1,000 to fly there. So you're just going to cover your flight completely. So $1,000. And if you're in Australia or New Zealand, they're going to pay you up to $1,700 per person. That's up to each of these. So if you find a flight for $950, they're going to give you basically, if you're in South Africa, they're going to cover the amount, basically in dollars, for that. So just to know. And the same thing in here is that you get rewarded for all kinds of things. So again, we're not going to go over this today, but you need to understand this. Understand the points. You get points for sponsoring, obviously, customers. You get points for if you sponsor somebody a core, advanced pack, advanced plus pack, and premium pack. You get points for obviously for helping people upgrade. So when you upgrade, they get more points. Once again, so upgrading people is what you want to do, because everybody who's on a core needs to be in advance so they can take advantage of those bonuses. Because the one thing we came talking about the 1-star manager and 2-star manager is you can have as many of those as you want and you get half of that bonus. So imagine you having 10 2-star managers as an example. You're going to, during the period of time, you're going to get $25 per person per week, right? So think about that. So again, that adds up. You can make $1,000 a month just by basically rotating and helping people, do that. So you want to help people, hit these different levels. And then once again, when you personally rank up, you earn points, at these different levels. You actually earn points by helping people hit these different levels. Like we just had a new 2-star executive. So we got 20 points for that. We got someone who's going to be a 1-star executive very soon, going to be 15 points. But people that hit these different ranks, we get points for all those. So that's what's nice. And then also for when you do it yourself, you get different points. So we already know we're going to be 1-star presidential because we're now a 3-star executive. They upped it to 600,000 points, but we're going to get 50 points just from that alone. Ken's going to like us because he gets the points off of that too. So, but again, these are things we want to help everybody rank up and actually hit these different levels. Even the smaller levels, you get points for each of the people. You help someone go, 1-star manager, you get 2 points for that, 3 points for that, 5 points for helping someone go 3-star. So you can get 10 points alone for that. You can get another 7 points for 1-star director. And we're going to talk more about that too, because those are big differences in there. And the thing that they said, they just put this out here today, that once again, they've listed, they said, beginning November 19th, there's going to be a tracker based upon your area showing where you're at as far as points and how many points you need. So once you're at 75, this is going to light up. So you get 100, this is going to light up. And it's going to be like that. So it's the same thing with it's going to show where your qualification period is. And trust me on this, you want to know these different levels. And again, I don't have it there. I thought I had there, but the different levels to be able to hit these different trips for basically now they're presidential trips. 1, 2, 3-star presidentials are going to be able to qualify for for these different trips. So Henny, did you want to say anything? Because I feel like I've been talking a lot, but I want you to share anything specific on that.
I just want to say the trips are absolutely phenomenal. So we have, we've been on already, 7 trips?
7, yeah.
And absolutely 5-star all round, just being there with the leaders and the people that get to go, and you become friends, you get to know one another and become like family because everybody's on the next trip together. So you want to be part of that. That's the serendipity of this business. And you know what, they incentivize you with these trips, but at the same time you're hitting the ranks and making the money, and it's just like, wow, so good to be true. I was actually thinking, we barely stay in our home because we're always vacationing, and people see that, and then when we tell them it's free and it's company, they're like, what? They can't believe it. But yeah, it's amazing, and don't miss out. We all have enough time to qualify for Budapest or to qualify for Hawaii, and every single one of us on this call can do it.
Yep. And so along with that, once again, a lot of this stuff is on This Is a Team as far as going through the 21-day fast start, all this different stuff. And so if you go to the I got it covered. But the LifeWave compensation plan, they're putting new videos on there as we speak. Right now, they got the different ones from corporate, and you can go in there and you can actually have this different stuff as far as for the different levels and the different stuff like that. Learning more about this. So like I said, this is one thing you want to print off. You're going to want to print this off. You want to go to the back office and print this off yourself. You can actually in the United States you can order it from Steve and Gina. They got these printed nice things, but you want to have this so when you talk to somebody, you have this handy. You have the sheet that you can actually give them the sheet and say, this is what we're going to do. So I just had a guy we just started say this is the very first step. I know the gal that we were just talking to, Mena, just got started. See, this is the game plan for you for this week. We want to help you get this done. Now, again, we're going to give them the longer term game plan. We give them the sheet as well. But we're saying, don't focus on the sheet, focus on this, right? But you want to have this available as well in print form, especially when you're meeting people. If not, you want to be able to take snapshots of this and put it into your presentation. So if you're doing a Zoom, you want to share this with people so they understand this part here. They want to understand the bonuses. This is huge, guys. This is something that you understand, once again, how the bonuses work. You want to understand this. So study it a little bit. Watch the different things, on the Power of Two, talking, more about that. Understand the compensation, because when you talk about the different, PIBs, this is as an example. We use the example that if you had, people. Each of those 4 people started basically as a, you get 4 people that start as a. So as a premium, if people start as the advanced, you're going to make money off that. So they have to be at least advanced in order to do that. So that's a $75 bonus for you. But if you help people get premium, which is really one of the things we promote, is talking to people about premium, that's a big part. But also the launch bonuses, that once again, that extra money you make personally from actually helping people do that, and also helping people sponsor people. They get the personal bonuses themselves and launch bonuses. Then they get the level earning bonuses of basically where they're at. I'm not going to go through all these things, but there's just earning bonuses on this. There's the binary bonuses they're going to earn, and you rank up to 1-star director, you get a $500 bonus. So the potential is over $3,000 in 21 days. Now again, we did that. We basically didn't even have this, but all we did was expose it to a lot of people. And also we earned the upfront bonuses and other things. And these are other bonuses on top of that. If we would have started today like we started back then, we probably made about $4,000 or $5,000 our first month. Right? Because again, that's the part that if you feel like people say, well, I don't know if I could do that. Try. Run for it. Once again, that's the part where you just write down as many people as possible, because this is the other part through here. These breakthrough incentives. Javi and Olga were talking about that. I'm like, man, I gotta make a slide just for that alone, because this is huge. We had someone last night just hit 1-star director on our team. They already had that because it's $250 up front, and then you get $250 basically when you qualify or stay qualified for 4 weeks. So the $250 showed up as soon as they hit it. The $250 showed up, right? So people are going to hit 1-star executive at $5,000. They're getting $2,500, boom, up front. We get people that are hitting this month, which is very cool. 1-star executive, they're getting $2,500, and within 4 weeks, as soon as the 4 weeks they've done it, they qualified and maintained that for 4 weeks. And it doesn't have to be consecutive. They got to do it within a 12-month period, but you can earn that extra $2,500, right? Now we get the 1-star presidential. We're going to be hitting this bonus. We're very excited about hitting a $50,000, $75,000. I think hopefully you're excited about this too, because you're going to be hitting these different ranks. And that's one thing you start thinking about. What do I want to hit? What do I want to get the 500, the 5,000, 50,000 this year, in the next 12 months? You can hit all of these next 12 months if you find leaders on the right and leaders on the left, right? That's what we're looking for. That's what we pray for: uncommon leaders, uncommon mentors, uncommon, influencers. So this picture was taken, at the convention. I had Brendan Deering, Brenton Deering. So he actually got Brendan and Brenton. So Brenton took a picture of this and sent it to me. He said, because I want to make sure these numbers down here changed. All the others were the same when they first started talking about this. But you need to know what different levels and what the qualifications mean. So I'm going to take just a minute on this, but I want you to understand that your total group volume, personal group volume, needs to be at these different levels to qualify. So like right now, we need 600,000 points to basically be at 1-star presidential. We're not there yet. We will be. But again, we need to have 2 legs at least 100,000 points. We got 1 right now. We're having another one qualify. We got another one that's going to be qualifying, because you want to really have 3, and basically helping them do 100,000 points. So we need a total of 300,000 points, but we need a total of 600,000 points total amongst the total group. So the 300,000 basically, where it has to be basically 2 people at 100,000 each and 1 person there. Now I'm using this now. It could be at this level here. Whoops. At this level here, it could be, you need, if someone says, well, how do I become a 1-star director? You get that $500 bonus. You need 2 legs, 2 separate, not legs, but 2 separate enrollment people that you've enrolled there at least at 1,000. And your total outside of your 2 largest legs have to be at 1,000 points. So it's a total of basically 3,000 and a total group volume of basically 5,000. The key to this, we have a lot of people that are 3-star managers now because they don't have a second leg doing 1,000 points. So look at the groups you have, figure out who's at least at 1,000 points, and then help someone else get to 1,000. They could be both on the same line of sponsorship. Ideally, you want to have 1 right, 1 left, right? Because that's what you really want to do. And Steve Merritt said, more than anything else, he said, you wanted 3 growing legs, 3 growing groups, so to say. Because the legs are basically binary right, left, but you have 3 growing personals that are basically, it could be someone underneath someone who's underneath somebody. We get people that are in depth that are blowing this thing up, because again, that whole line of sponsorship benefits, from that. So I'm going to stop here for a second, because I want to make sure that I answer any questions. And the last thing we're going to talk about is obviously wins for the week, because I really want to hear from some of you on that. But I want to stop here for a second, because I want to make sure people understand how this qualification works. You can go on videos and watch it from corporate, but I want to stop here real quick and make sure you understand. I'll leave the slide up here. So if you want to unmute yourself and got any questions about this, I want to make sure you know and understand how this works. So does anybody have any questions we can answer? And then there was silence. So
I think they all understand.
I hope so, because this is really the qualification. So the only time we really need 3 legs is a 3-star presidential. You want to have 3 legs at 500,000 points each. Yes, it seems like a lot, but like you look at Steve Merritt and all these other people, they got, Ken's got, 1 leg over millions of points. You know what I mean? So again, that's each these different things you want to be at. So wherever you ended up, you're going to want to go back and you're going to look at whatever your career rank is. I had someone who the other day said my career rank is just showing an active brand partner. I said, that's a blessing. I said, because they've hit manager before. I said, now you get to take advantage of these rank ups. I said, that's a good thing. So let's help you rank up to the basically 1, 2-star manager, can start earning those bonuses, the 3-star manager, and earn all the other bonuses from here forward. But you want to know these. And so again,
Greg, Anna has a question.
Sure.
She wants to know about the binary balance.
Okay. So that's a question I may or may not be able to answer. So depending upon what that means. So because they've got a ramp up period. So this is one thing, the only part of the compensation plan I don't completely understand. I understand the ramp up period, but from my understanding, they're trying to get people to basically get balanced legs, which means that it's 2 to 1. So Mena, do you understand that a little bit?
No.
Okay. So the same point from here. So if you have basically the legs here, they want to make sure that you basically have a group volume of like 40,000, and basically you want to be able to really, the ideal is have a balanced legs basically at 20,000 each, but it's not that way. So it's the same way we had before, 660, 330. So my understanding, the binary balance is basically make sure that you want to have your one leg, because that's the way we make the money off of the what's considered the profit leg, and basically they're compensating us more. So I don't want to go over more than that until we talk to them specifically, because what they talked about months ago, this is like literally back in April, and what they're doing today is a little bit different. But I do know that you can utilize with that binary balance a percentage of the amount to get basically to hit the level. So as an example, so right now, for people that are on our team, in order for us to hit 1-star presidential, we need to have someone, basically we need 300,000 points and a total group volume of total 600,000. One of our legs, we can use up to 300,000 points in one of our legs. So I'll use the example of Josh. Say Josh is at 300,000 points. We basically use 300,000 points to get to that 600,000, but you can't do more than that. But if I go to my back office, it says I can use up to 390,000 points, which is not the normal plan. But according to the ramp up period, we can use one leg that has even more points to qualify to hit that. So that's the only part that I know. So if anybody knows about this, please let us know where you access the information so we can watch a video. Because I had one other person ask me about it. I'm going, that's the only part of the compensation plan I understand. And it really comes down to.
That's something we can check with Andy, who's part of the committee.
Yep.
Because there's certain people on team that are part of the compensation committee. So we'll ask Andy, and we'll have an answer for you, Anna, and for everybody next week, because that's a great question. It's on this snapshot, so we need to get an answer for that. But I do believe it's what Greg shared, that in this period where they're ramping up, they're not sticking strictly. And they're allowing people to qualify based off additional volumes that's in another leg. I think that's the whole thing, but eventually balancing has to happen.
And I think what they're talking
Steve Merritt always did speak about 2 strong legs. You don't want to have one leg. He spoke about 3, but when you're on your binary, you need to, you can't have one that's millions and millions and millions in volume and one leg that's sitting at 500, because, you're not maxing out on the comp plan like that. So he always said you want to make sure that your left and right team are pretty balanced, but make sure you've got at least 3 legs that you're working with in this whole plan. Yeah.
And so in here, if you notice that it's 2 legs at 1,000, the binary balance is got to have, basically the 1,000. This is 2 legs at 2,000. It basically flattens out here after this amount here. But one thing that I was gonna mention is wherever you're at, you just need to know what it takes for you to get the next level. Even though it shows you in there, you want to be able to not only know that yourself, but also be able to explain this to anybody that's on your team. So when you go to their back office, you can see where they're at in percentage to the next level, like we've had before, which is nice. And some of the reporting they have, we can actually go in and see where everybody's at. Now that everything seems like it's finally landed as far as where everybody's at, now we can say, okay, this is where our foundation is. Let's grow from there, right? So that's the best part about this. The other thing is that in the back office, I know they have the videos, and also when this is a team under compensation plan, they might have a video specifically talking about that binary balancing. So that'd be one I'll definitely check out too. And if that's the case, I'll share that on the next level chat and stuff like that too. So, but let me move on from here, because the one thing we do want to hear is we want to hear wins for the week. So we want to hear some of the different things that you guys have been seeing, and I want to take some time here because right now there's a lot of great things going on. So we can answer questions, but we also want to hear, what's been going on, because there's a lot of great people that have been registering, a lot of people, and we want to hear, the success you guys have been having. So if you want to share something you've been learning, something that you want to share, something that maybe you've just learned, like I just learned about some of the things on the incentive trips. That's why I wanted to make sure you understood that today. So please unmute yourself, raise your hand, let us know what you want to share, because we want to hear from you some of the different wins for the week. Everybody's shy today. I had somebody, so yep. So I see Anna put in there.
Hey, Greg, it's Rudy. How you doing?
Fantastic, Rudy. I see you're in San Francisco today.
Yeah, I'm hanging out there today.
Yeah,
No, I
that's
wanted
awesome.
to share something that happened during the Million Stars training. I heard one of the speakers say, that no doesn't mean never. It just means not now. And then I had a thought. I said, you know what? I'm going to go back and start contacting those who said no to me. So I went back, started making phone calls that week. I connected with a guy who I talked to about 1.5 years ago who said no. Well, his circumstance changed. And guess what? He signed up now, him and his wife. And that really struck me when they said no doesn't mean never. And I said, you know what? I got to go back and at least talk to these people one more time, give them one more chance, because men always says it's our social responsibility. And because of that, this guy's on board now. His health has changed. A number of things have changed in that 1.5 years. And then he told me he was a one day wonder, by the way. First morning he put it on in his shoulder. He was able to move it, which was, he couldn't move it, his rotator cuff and all that stuff. Now he's moving it. And he said, I wish I would have gotten in back then with you. So timing's everything, and just don't give up on people. That's what I heard.
Yep. And I'm always thinking of like, when you're driving a long distance and you basically, you're passing people, at least I do, passing people, and then you get to a pull-off stop, basically get a pull-off stop, and next thing you know, all these people are passing you, and then you basically get back on. It's your turn to actually just accelerate a little bit more.
Yeah,
just
true.
Stay within the speed limit.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, bud.
That's awesome. Thank you, Rudy. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. And again, because really for people, just be glad that you're in now. I mean, that's only because that's the part where you even share with people. Say, do you understand how powerful this really is? So yes. So who else would like to share? Anna.
Yay.
Yes. How you doing? Good to see you.
I'm good. Nice to see you too, both of
Yes.
you and everyone on the team. I just received some news. I have 2 wins. One one-star manager on the team. And also, yes, it's Annalie and under Elin, under Carolyn, under Ingela, under me. And another thing, Catherine in my team also, she messaged me and said, I just heard, because we had last week, I think it was, time goes fast, but last week, she had a brand partner whose heart issues vanished with the X39 on for a year. And now, apparently, the doctors were planning for her to get a pacemaker. They have been. But what they're saying now is they probably have made a mistake because she has nothing with her heart going on. So that's a great win, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is phenomenal. Yes. you think about the heart reversing an age and not having to use a pacemaker. That's massive. Yes.
Yeah. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing that, because that's the other thing with testimonials. We love hearing different people's testimonials and other people that, again, just remark. You go, really? I mean, it's like because we've heard thousands of testimonials, but you hear something like the doctor's like, well, I think we made a mistake. No, actually, the product is actually helping, which is pretty awesome. So
yeah,
awesome.
They also said there must have been something wrong with the technology. She was wearing the technology for a month the second time, when they saw that there was nothing there, apparently. So in the end, now they're saying they must have made a mistake with, mixed up test or whatever. So they're trying to figure it out. But she feels really good now. So she's happy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've had people avoid different types of surgery. Here's for example of a surgery that it's invasive. I mean, think about them putting in a pacemaker and different things like that. That's huge. And I see Brendan says he has a presentation with a lady who will be registered before the end of the week after she gets back from her trip. Absolutely, because that's some things that we just had someone that just was wanted to get registered like several weeks ago and just had some circumstances that came up and he got registered today, which is awesome. I don't know if Robert's still on here. He was on here earlier.
Hey, Greg, one more thing I have to say. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I forgot to tell. I was going to say that. I forgot to say it was that when they, did the new rankings, we came in at a 2-star, but in 1 week we ranked up to a 3-star.
Fantastic.
So we, in 1 week's time, we were able to rank up to a 3-star. Now we're concentrating on that 1-star director.
Fantastic. And you're going to get it done. That extra $500 bonus is awesome. I wish.
I'm looking forward to that. But anyways, I wanted to mention that. Thanks, bud.
Congratulations on ranking up to 3-star. That's fantastic. That's
Cool.
awesome.
Thanks.
That's awesome. So yeah, and you look at that, you look at the different ranks, because that's one thing I love about this is you're gonna have a lot of new people that are gonna rank up very quickly. And I was telling Min, I said, I want to be 1, 2, 3-star presidential by next year's conference, so we can get that done too. So it's always fun to hit that top chart. So Meta, I see you muted yourself. Did you have something you wanted to say?
I think Dave Lipton wants to say something.
Oh, good. Yes, please, Dave, share. He's been having great success. You just got to unmute yourself.
Here I am.
There he is.
Well, the
How we doing?
new comp plan is definitely working because our compensation went up 4.5 times.
Oh my gosh, I knew it was three times last week, so 4.5 times. That's amazing.
Yeah, you should have seen Amy's like, woo.
Retirement is in the near future. Yes.
It's that, yes, definitely. We'll be having. Well, let's revisit this conversation in about 6 months.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
No, but it's fun because you start looking at that, and some people their pay rank went down, some people went up, some people it was about the same. It only kind of exposes areas that you need to work on, because some people have a very strong one leg and they don't have much on the other side. And so there's all kinds of different things you got to take a look at. But that's fantastic. So yeah, congratulations, Rudy. Congratulations, David. Obviously, the income increase is huge. So let's all of us get a 4x increase, right? Thank you for sharing that. It's absolutely amazing. So everybody's different. Everybody's got different teams. So that's super exciting. What's going on? So anyone else want to share? I know Robert was on, but well, I'll share his because I don't see him on here. So Robert and Ed Alsternals have actually been building this business, and
Robert is on. Robert
he?
is on. Yeah, I just don't.
Robert, are you able to say something? Oh, there he is. So, but he's actually on his name. He was on earlier. Like I saw his face. Robert, are you able to share what happened today? He might not be available.
He actually went outside real quick to take the garbage out.
Well, guess what? You sound just like Robert. So why don't you tell what happened today?
I just got home. Well, you're talking about with John Ruggles?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah.
Did you gonna give me an update on it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. John, we've talked to him for a while. We actually met him at a gun club. We went to a class and stuff, and he was the instructor. So we connected with him. Great guy. We've been talking to him on and off. He has networking background and stuff like that. So Robert's talked to him on and off. We're supposed to get together with his wife. They live, not very far and all that kind of stuff. So Robert got on the phone with Greg, and today, got him solidified, but he's ready to go. He's got his contacts. He's going to go ahead, and he's a sports guy. He coaches football. He's really into all of that. So that's going to be like his first his first goal or drive is to get in front of all of the athletic people that he knows and stuff. So yeah, Greg's going to help Robert with that. And you went outside. Do you want to talk? You want to tell? They're sharing wins.
That's a win.
It is a win.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's my first actual data entry of an order.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Robert did the actual sign up today too. So he actually put put him into the system instead of me.
And Robert had a win. He actually did his first 3-way call, which was a beautiful thing too. So
yeah, that's really good too.
That was fun. We were talking about the old dog, learning new tricks. It was just
that's
funny.
right.
No, but congratulations on that, because he mentioned, he's got all these NFL contacts, he's got all these people, and he says his daughter's got all these people from Major League Baseball.
I know. Yep. MLB. I know.
Yeah. Let's go.
I'm looking forward to working with him. I really like the guy too. I think we connected pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, really, really good guy. So, and like I said, he's got a similar background with us as far as networking and stuff like that. And so it's fun to be able to work with people that understand this. I said, you apply those same principles that you did in that business to this business, you're going to explode.
Right.
Which is exciting. So,
amen to that.
Yep. So that was definitely a win. So it was like a good way to start your week. So it was exciting.
Start the 21-day start.
Amen.
Today's the first day of the 21-day start.
Absolutely. Very
All
excited.
right.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Awesome.
Yep.
Anyone else? Otherwise, we're gonna wrap it up because we're gonna wrap it up real quick. I've got to get to the meeting. I got a banker that I met, and he's from Puerto Rico, and he said, "Can you help me build a business in Puerto Rico?" I'll go, "Yes, I can." So I'm meeting him in an hour. So
is Denise on? Yeah. So maybe she can translate and help you in Puerto Rico.
Well, he speaks English, so
Oh, he
which is good,
speaks
thank God.
Spanish and
So,
English. Okay. Okay.
yes,
Good,
yeah.
good. Okay,
I
great.
speak Spanglish. So, but congratulations, everybody. So what we're going to start doing next week is, because we only been hearing of these different rank ups. So let us know, shoot us a message and say, hey, we just went from 2-star to 3-star, everything. So we're going to start posting that on the different things like Facebook, or we're posting it on the This Is a Team, obviously Facebook, and we're posting it on our things, on our team meetings and stuff like that. So we're going to have that starting next week, because right now it's been kind of jumbled around. We don't even know where people are at. So we'll have that next week. So let us know where you landed, and then also what the goal is. Because if you say, hey, I'm a 3-star manager, I want to be a director by this date. Set a date. A dream is nothing but a goal is nothing but a dream with a date on it, right? So once again, so for Rudy, whoever it is, whatever ranking you're being next, set a goal with that. Let us know so we can help you, accomplish that. So super excited for everybody. And then once again, for everybody, you should be running for that, helping people get to that 1-star director, helping people get that 1-star executive. The 1-star executive is huge, because that's a $5,000 bonus. It's huge.
$5,000. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Brendan's like fire. Absolutely. So, Mena, anything else that you wanted to share with? Otherwise, we'll end in a prayer real quick.
Well, just keep talking, keep sharing. It is your social responsibility to share. So,
and leverage your video again. I mean, it's not about us. It's about hearing a third party person. I can't wait for Steve and Gina to have theirs out. They've been running like crazy. So once they have their video launch, you're going to want to utilize their video, utilize ours. Again, preview it ahead of time. Just make sure that you understand it, because it's simple, just like what we did, an hour ago. But besides that, we're super excited for everybody to help. Yep, there you go. Awesome. 1-star director by December 1st. There we go. It's a perfect goal, David. It's awesome. And we'll help you get it done. It's super exciting. So besides that, if you got to jump, please jump. But otherwise, we always finish in prayer. We always want to pray a blessing over people. So Mena, do you mind praying for everybody tonight?
Yeah, I'll pray. Heavenly Father, we come to you in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you, Father God, for this opportunity, Lord, to share with everyone. Lord, we thank you for excited people, Father, excited team, Lord, all these wonderful things that are happening, Lord. And we thank you that it's not just for some, it is for every single person, because, Father, all we're doing is just following the lead. And if we do exactly that, Lord, we are winning. So grateful for the opportunity to be aligned with the team. This is a team which is the fastest growing team in all of LifeWave. And Lord, that we have all the directions that we need to actually win. And Father, we're so grateful for the people that you will introduce us to over the next few days, and for all the new ranks, Lord, that people will hit, and everyone, Lord God, that is blessed, Lord, with a trip in the new year, Lord, that everyone will get that incentive trip, whether it's to Budapest or to Hawaii, Lord God, because everyone can do it, and you want to bless them. You want to bless them so that they can be a blessing to others. So we thank you for this opportunity. We thank you for the many miracles that are happening in people's lives. And Lord, we don't tell them that the product's going to do anything, but Lord, we are seeing it with our eyes, and we're hearing these results, especially Lord Catherine's partner that had the heart condition reversed, Father. So miraculous and such a blessing that people are enjoying quality life, Lord. And we're so grateful that we can share something good. So grateful for this opportunity to connect this evening, this afternoon, wherever we're at, and that, Lord, you'll keep everyone, protect them, keep them, and may we all come back excited to share the amazing things that have happened in the last week. And we thank you for blessing us and blessing everyone present. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Awesome. So proud of each and every one of you. Can't wait to, obviously continue growing with you. And then again, we're doing some of these incentive trips with you in person, which is going to be great. And keep in mind that, again, if you know anybody in South Africa while Men is there, if you know anybody, in, it doesn't really matter where in the world, because do Zooms, but I'm going to be in St. Louis later on this week. If anybody in the United States knows anybody in St. Louis, knows anybody up in Michigan, I'm going to be there during the whole holiday season for Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving week. So keep those in mind. I'll be shooting some people messages on that. So while we're in town, we're going to be doing meetings, which is going to be very cool. But while Men is in South Africa,
don't forget the 6th and 7th of December.
Yes,
that's a great opportunity. Yeah,
absolutely. And talk to everybody you know. Every single person in South Africa should be there. So we want to have the people on your team there and bringing brand new people, which is exciting. So, well, God bless you guys.
We want you at dinner with us. Bless you guys. Have a great evening.
Absolutely. Make them pay. Make them pay. Just kidding. So.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Anna, for sharing. And
Thank
everyone
you.
that
See you
shared,
Wednesday.
Dave, Rudy.
Yes.
Yeah, see you Wednesday.
Yeah, the
And
women.
Anna's co-hosting, so
Oh,
excited
good.
to co-host with Anna. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Get the women on. This is going to be amazing.